Hi, I'm Erick Ecamilla, an undergraduate computer science student at UPT. Last summer, some of my college friends and I visited the Galapagos Islands in the Eastern Pacific Ocean on a small 3-day trip. We needed to retrieve some sample images of the flora and fauna that serve as training and testing datasets for a machine learning modeling experiment conducted by PhD at Densio. As part of the propedeutic training required to apply for the optical computing master's program. There are no hotels or any kind of similar facilities for tourists on the islands, so we had to stay in a hotel in Quito, Ecuador. In order to get to the islands, you need to take a flight that departs from Guayaquil, Ecuador. Before boarding the plane, your luggage is checked by airport personnel to prevent you from taking food or seeds from outside the islands to avoid the introduction of non-native species to the ecosystem. On the first day, we visited Santa Cruz Island on a journey led by our guide, Fausto. There we had the opportunity to see some giant tortoises. According to our guide, the turtle we saw must have a weight of approximately 250 kilograms and at least 80 years old. Local law establishes a 25-year prison sentence for anyone who kills such a giant tortoise, even by accident. The Santa Cruz Island has a museum in which parts of giant tortoises are exhibited to better understand their anatomy. In the afternoon, we arrived at Port, which is the entry point to a small habitable community, where we could observe some specimens of sea lions and some iguanas lying on the sidewalks of the town. It seems to me that the lifestyle is quite simple and austere, although they have some places to relax, like nightclubs. To move between nearby islands, the aqua taxi service is used. On the second day, we visited Seymour Island, where we capture images of blue-footed boobies, which use the showy color of their legs to attract females during the mating season. We also observed some red crabs with small yellow spots and others completely black to camouflage themselves on rocks and avoid being detected by their predators. There we had the opportunity to take pictures of a frigate bird that was in its nest. An adult frigate reaches a wingspan of up to 2 meters. On the last day of our trip, we explored the Pinta Island through a bike tour. The cycling route was quite long and led us to a beach called El Garapatero. During the journey, our guide took the opportunity to warn us about some trees, cacti, and their fruits that are poisonous to avoid them as much as possible. The view on the beach was spectacular. The seawater was incredibly crystal turquoise color. All in all, it was a wonderful academic trip. All those unique species have remained almost unchanged for hundreds of years. The human activity on the islands has been reduced to the minimum, so the ecosystem is pure and you can actually feel the contact with nature. It was a very interesting and formative trip, and we'll probably go again in December this year to explore a little bit more.